Hi guys, super excited to be here today talking to you about strength templates. My name's Riley and I'm the head coach of the Brookfield, Wisconsin location. So before we dive into strength templates, you probably already know, but we have 4 different focuses here. It's endurance, strength, power, and then a combination of all 3, and that is ESP. So why variety? Why is it important in your workout? Well, mixing it up is good. The less repetitive the routine, the lower the risk of injury, meaning you're not repeatedly working the same muscle groups. It helps to prevent plateaus, so you're going to see more progress. It helps to prevent boredom, and it keeps you engaged in your fitness routine for longer. All right, now that we've covered that, let's go ahead and head over to the treads. So the first thing you're gonna notice on a strength day are those inclines on the treadmill, baby. So blocks of work on the treadmill, generally on a strength day. You'll see longer than a power day, but a little bit shorter than an endurance day. Your heart rate response is supposed to look the same as if you were at a flat road push. So base plus an incline, think heart rate response, same as a push. Should still be uncomfortable, we're just using incline to elicit that feeling instead of speed. Some things to note when you're running inclines are your mechanics. So generally, you're gonna see a shorter stride. You're gonna have to pick up your feet a little bit more to incorporate that incline, and with that comes a faster arm swing. You'll also notice a very slight forward hinge in your hips, and it's in your hips, not in your upper body, so just making sure that you're still keeping your chest proud and your shoulders rolled down and back. You're maybe wondering, why inclines? I don't like inclines, so why are we running them? Well, there are lots of benefits to running inclines. So one of them is that it builds your cardiovascular endurance. When running inclines, you're generally working at a higher intensity, making your heart and lungs stronger. Running inclines also builds your posterior chain, so the back half of your body. So we're really targeting your glutes, your hamstrings, your calves, and even your quads. Another thing, building strength during those inclines makes you faster on a flat road because we're building muscle groups that we don't usually when we run flat road pushes instead. All right, now that we've gone over the treads, we're gonna take it over to the rowers. All right, so now we are going to talk about the rower. So the most important part of the rower on a strength day is your stroke rate. So you find your stroke rate in the upper left-hand corner of that rowing monitor. It's that little number, and it's telling you how many strokes you're taking in a minute. On a strength day, we like to keep that number between 22 and 24. So we're focusing on an aggressive, powerful leg drive back, really patience on the way forward. So how that would look, powerful drive back off those foot plates, that micro pause at the back, and patience as you come forward. If you're looking to compare it to something, you're in a Miami club on the way back, and you're hanging out on the beach the next day on the way forward. The goal on a strength day is that we really tire out those muscles in your legs. And we're doing that by letting that water settle. So every time you power back, you have more of a load and you're working more muscles in your lower body. And now we're gonna go ahead and take it over to the floor. And now we're gonna talk about the final component, the weight floor. So our goal on strength days on the weight floor is muscle overload. And we're doing that by having lower rep counts and using heavier weights. Ideally, the last 1 to 2 reps of each exercise should be extremely challenging. If you see an exercise up on the VVA, let's take a goblet squat, for example, 8 reps. Let's say at rep number 7, you cannot get an 8th rep in. That's awesome, that's good, that's what you want, right? But if you're like 8 reps, oh, I could have done 4 more, 5 more, then we definitely need to reevaluate that weight selection and probably shop from that heavy weight rack. And now I'm gonna pass it off to one of my other colleagues who's gonna talk about a different one of the focuses.